Hear you across the room.
I'd like to just say a few things and the challenges we face in the city center and industry with regards to local government passing all the budgets in the last few years without it being a regulatory body. They should actually do their homework and say, is that budget feasible for Bulawayo? Is it sustainable? Right? As Eddie was saying, I think he'll use his term, our council is more a honeypot for their salaries. We have a salary for this year in the budget that they presented for 2024, 80 point something million US dollars for 3,000 workers. And that equates to approximately over 2,000 US dollars per person in the council, from the cleaner to the top. It's not sustainable. Government needs to intervene there, and I feel that all local authorities throughout all municipalities throughout the country should have a separate wage, salary paid by government on a month-to-month basis, and to be reimbursed the following month from ratepayers' money back to government. So you can monitor, because how can I say it? Our town clerk says his salary is only equivalent to, in the last meeting we had, to paying lights and water for himself. So where is the money? What are they using? What are the benefits they're getting? We've requested for the last 4 or 5 years, no one showed us anything as far as the salary. So I feel government should take over that responsibility and pay the salaries to, in fact, all parastates, even NASA. So monitor it into grading systems, grade so-and-so person, grade so-and-so, so you can actually monitor what money is being paid to the individual that he deserves for him to work in those institutions. Secondly, TTI, which came into existence. So the Fiscus is going to lose a lot of money because the companies, the formal companies, are shutting down because of their victimization of the clients, or say customers that are coming into town. They're being so victimized. We didn't look at the repercussions of TTI coming into Bulawayo, and probably in Harare is the same. And I suggest that government puts into a place that if we have 2 million vehicles in the country, every vehicle should pay $10 a term, to including your car license, radio license should be all included into one disc. So you don't need many people working at roadblocks and the TV, radio license guys, etc., being harassed. Put $10 per car. If you've got 2 million cars, it adds to a lot of money, and they can now resend that money back to the different cities throughout the country. For example, if there's 50,000 cars in Bulawayo, the money will come back there for infrastructure, etc., from one source. So we don't get harassed. And if you really go on the ground, you'll see a lot of formal companies have closed down now, or they're reducing their staff. So the tax base of VAT is going to be reduced from the formal sector, and so the government's going to lose out there because of TTI. We can talk about it at a greater point. The other thing was, in Bulawayo, the land, I think maybe in Harare, but you people pay less rates and taxes, what I'm asked a few of my friends in Harare, than Bulawayo. So it's not an incentive. You have a company like, say, Fidelity Life with eight-story building example, and the next door building is a single story, paying the same land value for rates and taxes. But the guy next door is getting $500 rent, and this side say they're getting $20,000 rent. So he's subjected to such high rates on the land side that's not affordable. And the person who has a single story building, due to the high cost of borrowing, he would love to improve his building or put up a high rise there or something. He cannot, because he doesn't get the finance for that. So that finance needs to be put into place, a special finance plan for any good developments in the city center. Government can try and put something like that into place. As well as the taxation, I mean, as the gentleman said earlier, I think if you put a 10% for tax on all goods coming into the country, in customs duties all included, for a 6 months trial period, I think the government will earn more money than all the goods coming in smuggled into the country. China works like on 1% profit margins, but they sell billions and billions of dollars worth of product. They make a lot of money. Because of our mindset from the bond or bearer time, our mindset here, 50% markup, 100% markups, we have to come out of that. We have to get back to single digit or double digit figures in the future. Our mindset has been done over the last 20 years because of the economy. So that needs to change. The railway system needs to be put into place. One side, the government has left that sector out. Eddie says they're going to try and raise some money there, which we hope so. No trucks should be traveling on the Falls Road from Wankie with coal. So we've lost, the infrastructural cost to redevelop that road is so astronomical that I don't know when it will ever get done because of the coal. More than 200 trucks a day are coming with coal into Bulawayo. Then they drive into the city center, which had a few new roads put up, is also being eroded. The bus companies which were here, the city council closed the bus rank. Took them more than 10, 20 years. They haven't developed it, and it's not going to work out properly. So the buses were put in the city center, the big buses, and that has destroyed the road. So we have to go back again and refinance the road works again for the city. And I don't think it's so difficult. We only got about 39 kilometers of city center.
30 seconds, Mr. Sidat.
Okay, so if that needs to be done, is to move the industry. We had bus stops, which for future development, where people used to work in industry can come to those bus stops and come home. If industry ever gets revived, they have now given those lands to service stations, the city council. So I think we need to tighten up with city councils as well. Thank you.